All right, let's call this meeting to order. We all want to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call.
Jason Belt,
Present.
Don Cummings,
Present.
Donnie Robinette, me here. Jeanette Baker,
Present.
James Cobb,
Here.
Jennifer Eccles,
Here.
Joe Hubbard,
Here.
Paul Jackson, Jacqueline. Three of you are here.
They're all three.
Jerry Spindler.
Present.
You have a quorum, Mr. President.
All right, any modifications to the agenda?
No, there are not.
All right. Oh, I don't think your mic's on.
No, there are not.
It's fine, I can hear you.
No, there are not.
All right, and then the consent agenda. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Committee reports.
There are none this month.
Okay, old business.
There is none this month.
Cruising. All right, new business.
All right, we've got one grant request before us today. And these are the folks that are going to present the Edinburgh Rubber Duck Regatta. So when you come up, go ahead and introduce yourself, your name and your title, and tell these fine folks about what you have planned.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I have some things to pass out just to help. First off, this guy, because why not?
Those are good signs too.
I was thinking little.
No, we want him to be very visible. This may help a little bit as I
Thank you.
discuss things.
Thank you so much.
Make sure they see what's on the.
Yeah, you just want to pass it down and then.
Rubber ducky, you're a little.
Don is showing his age, saying that's on.
So I'm Chrissy Riley. I'm the Vice President at Edinburgh Main Street, and we are excited to present to you our Edinburgh Rubber Duck Regatta that we're looking at hosting at Irwin Park, August 22nd. It'll be an all-day event. The purpose of this event is really to bring people to Edinburgh to see our Irwin Park. We should have our new playground installed by then. And then also to explore Edinburgh and shop downtown and all of the fun things. So the idea with the Rubber Duck Regatta is you purchase a duck, $10, and with that duck, you decorate it any way that you want to. And we'll put the duck into heats. So we'll put them on a board. We'll put them in the river. They'll float down. We'll have duck herders that are in little floats and they'll move the ducks along. And we'll have duck wranglers at the end. First 3 ducks of each heat move on to the semifinals and then to the finals. They win this obnoxious trophy that they get to share out every year. We'll also have a Jeep show. We will have vendors there to sell items. We'll have duck memorabilia, all those fun things. We're going to have a DJ, family games. We really want it to be activities for everyone to come. So far, we have sold 30 ducks, which we're really excited about. People are ecstatic about it. Organizations, kids, families, they're racing against each other. We have currently 12 vendors signed up, and we have 10 Jeeps signed up. So already, just launching this on the 4th of July, we've already got a really good turnout, and we're looking forward to that. With the support of Festival Country, we will be able to pull this off in the proper manner with wayfinding, with signage and marketing. We will be marketing. I have strong connections in Bartholomew County with the radio stations. It's already on all of the community calendars in Bartholomew, Shelby, and Johnson County. So we'll do radio ads and just really try to bring people from the surrounding counties, hopefully Jeep enthusiasts from even further than our circle of community members will also come. So that's kind of the idea. It's not a fundraiser necessarily. It's more of a community event to get people engaged and that type of things. If there is anything left over, it will go to the Edinburgh Main Street organization for us to buy trash cans and things that we need to beautify downtown Edinburgh. In your packet, you'll see kind of the event overview. I went this morning and took pictures of Irwin Park and then asked AI to be my little friend of what that may look like. They did a very good job there. On the second page of your packet is an aerial overview of what that festival would look like. On the third page, you kind of have our budget. That is our current active budget, as you see what we've done there. So you can see what our costs, what our revenue expenses will be. I also broke down the marketing expense side of it because I know with your grant that would come into play of where are we putting that at. And then on the very back side are the marketing pieces. So you'll see a banner. And of course, I'm hoping that we will go ahead and get approved for the grant. So I wanted you to see what it would look like with your logo on these marketing pieces. You'll see the banner, the poster, social media ads, feather flags for wayfinding, and then of course, yard signs to help people know where to go once in the park. Do I have anything else I'm missing, ladies? We're really excited about it. We're able to, the town's excited. We've already done our site plan and our safety plans and all of that to make sure that logistics and security and everything is done in the proper way. I'm open to questions.
What's the amount requested?
$2,500.
Can you sign up the day of?
You can. So you can come purchase a duck the day of. We will also have a duck decorating area. So when you come, you get your duck. And on the bottom of the duck, I didn't do it on yours, but we're writing a number. So they actually, when they register, we write the number on the bottom of the duck and it's on our registration form. And then they take their duck and there'll be a duck decorating area where they can decorate it any way they want and then enter it into the heat.
Same thing for the Jeeps.
Jeeps as well. And we're not charging for Jeeps. We are charging for the vendor and we're charging because we want to try to limit that. But the Jeeps, we're not charging for. We may limit it though.
If I can get it running.
Okay. That's the car area. So
So,
yeah, so there'll be prizes. Yeah, we chose the August 22nd so that we can go to the schools because we'd love for classrooms to have a duck and cheer on their classroom duck. And the Lions Club, I can only imagine, a lion's mane around this duck's head, or Tri Kappa did carnations on there. So we're looking for organizations, individuals, all the fun things, and just really bring that camaraderie of the Edinburgh community together.
So people are coming to the community center, putting down their $10, getting their duck, going away, decorating it, and then bringing it back to you then, or just
Yep,
on the day?
The day of. They bring
The
it back
day of.
on the day of. So each duck comes with instructions. I'm sorry, I don't have that with me, but it says what to use, right? Make sure it's secured, make sure it's not going to fall off. Check-in is between 11 and 12, so make sure to check your duck in. They'll be informed what heat they're in that day. Heats are start at noon for every half hour. And so we should be finished up by 4:30 for presentation of awards.
I've been to one of these once. They are fun to watch.
They are,
Yeah,
yes.
they are.
Are you gonna have an opportunity for if people want to buy ducks beforehand, then they can take it home and decorate it and then?
Yeah,
bring-
so they purchase them at the community center right now, so they can go to the community center and purchase their ducks. So we've already sold 30, they're out. Denise actually made a disco duck. So she's already purchased her duck and had as a disco duck, and it's been fun. We had one community member that is really excited about it, and just it's very special to their heart. So I was like, oh, we're even doing things that bring good memories.
So will you be putting that on Facebook, and then you could probably even put some pictures of ducks that people have already done and give them, suggestions and
Yeah,
things?
and we've already started the social media feeds, and it's taken off really well, and people are sharing their ducks. So
This reminds me, I was at a horse show last week and they've done this at different horse shows where you get the little baby ducks and they hide them in certain places all throughout the arenas and the barns. And then the kids or adults take them and they go get a prize and stuff. I mean, that could be something you could do just to get if a kid doesn't want to do something in the, to have their duck race, they could find
ducks.
somewhere.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Or maybe even a prize for if it doesn't win, like best, most creative duck.
Most,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
It's not a fast duck, it's
So
Yeah.
credit for.
we do. We actually have flock favorite. So there's votes for, so flock favorite, the fastest duck. And then there was one other category and I can't think of at the top of my head, but we had 3 categories for prizes. And then the Jeeps also have 4 categories that they can win. So it's, a best duck display, the classics, the people's choice, and the one that needs the bath the most because it's a rubber duck. And sometimes Jeeps get beat up and they're dirty.
The fastest one means your time in the winter on each heat.
So we're not timing it necessarily. It's the first one to make it down. And we have a judge that is specific. So we have wranglers at the end catching it, but we have 2 judges specifically to watch that first duck.
Yeah, but you said you were given an award for the fastest one.
Well, it's moving on the heat, not necessarily the fastest.
Got it.
Whoever moves on
Okay.
in the heat. Yes. So the first 3 of each heat, and then that'll take us down to 2 semifinal rounds. Those will move forward to the last 6 will be in the final round. and we'll get to watch them move.
Any further discussion?
I will only say that I have driven up to, where is it, Broad Ripple, where they do one of these. So, but I did the drive up there for it. So you know, hopefully we'll get people from up there to come down here. Definitely,
Right.
it was a good time. So
Well, and if you don't know too much about Chrissy, she's a mover and shaker. So not only with her presence in Bartholomew County, which obviously would bring people from the adjacent county, the success is not really a question for me. Yeah. So do we have a motion or any further discussion?
I move that we approve the requested $2,500.
I'll second.
All right, we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, congratulations.
Thank you guys so much. Please join us August 22nd and get your own duck.
Seconded the one.
Jerry.
Okay, we're gonna have you stay by and we're gonna do a giant check presentation. And also, may I request that we keep that duck,
That is your gift. Is your duck.
we're gonna decorate it and then put it on social media when we do our posts.
Awesome.
Are you capping the number of ducks?
We're not, no, we're not capping. If you want a second duck, you can have a second
One,
duck.
I think one's good.
One's good, okay.
Let's
We
have-
tattooed it this morning, so. Yeah.
Make sure there's a duck in the photo.
We'll tell her all. Yeah. Right.
Or
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do.
It's want to give you number 50. That's far enough down the list that I know I can. You guys are officially registered.
Right.
Ken, you want to put it here for the picture?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
duck?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
or hold it. You can hold the duck.
Down there. Okay.
Bring it in.
Bring it in. Thank
Sorry
you
for
so
making you look
much.
so-
Thank you all so very much.
No apology.
I'm just glad I didn't. have-
And you're under no obligation to stay for the rest of the meeting.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. We'll see you on the 22nd.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks for bringing an original idea.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Sure says we can share it. Yeah.
It won't be until, we'll post this picture, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys.
Have a good evening.
Good night.
Getting ready to do is looking.
All right. Next up, you received this earlier today in your board packet. Just go back to the grants. So when we approved the Imago Butterfly project, I was tasked with trying to find a nationally, if not internationally known muralist. So we could have a combination of community created art, professional artists from around here, and then like a rock star. So as I said in my post this morning on Teamwork, if you Googled best muralist in the world, Eduardo Cobra will come up. There's a few of these photos in front of you. So just kind of a moonshot to see if we could even get him. Tried to get Artsy also, graffiti muralist. He's booked for like the next 2 years. But surprisingly, Cobra loved the project. Loved that if we could ship it him, he could do it in his studio, so he could be home 1 week out of the year. So bottom line is he's agreed to do 2 ducks front and back. So essentially we could.
Butterflies.
Butterflies.
Two ducks and- hey, this-
So 16 panels.
So basically, front and back,
Yeah.
front and back, so yeah. I consider it 4 canvases, so
Yeah.
if you can display them like this, you can turn them around, so. He's basically offering us 4 paintings, for $100,000.
Now, I can't make a decision like that. I was a little shocked when I saw it, but and then I did some research. And for example, Banksy, one of his works just went for $9.9 million. I found where they sell some of Cobra's smaller pieces of art, and you can't even find out the price. It says inquire. I'm guessing it's probably around what we're paying. So in theory, we could display these for 10 years. They're going to be covered with automotive clear coat, and we could probably sell them in 10 years and make 10 times our investment. That's what I believe. So if we want people to come to this, I guess I'll turn it around and ask you, would you go to Fort Wayne for 16 butterflies, 16 unique opportunities? We may. That's not bad. That's getting up there in numbers, as we talked about. But if you had the chance to go up there and Monet did one, or Degas, or Picasso, or Banksy, or Eduardo Cobra, I think the answer goes yes for a lot more people. And he's got 1.7 million Instagram followers, like 700,000 Facebook followers. So taking the art out of the equation, we pay for impressions all the time, billboards. We don't blink spending that 80,000 a year for the few million impressions. That's what we'd be getting for that.
I'm fine with that one.
So it's product development. We're building something that'll draw people, but it's also marketing. It's those impressions that we want. So
Is there any guarantee that we would have him posting his work?
I would
whether
make
it
that
be-
part of the contract.
Yeah.
100%. Because, yeah, I mean, to me, like that's half of the value is like, hey, I've created another project. It is in Greenwood, Indiana, USA.
Mhm.
Or they do things backwards, Indiana, USA, Greenwood or something.
Yeah, did you see what he called our organization?
Yes.
Indiana Country Festival?
Yes, it's all backwards.
Will we have something on there like a theft deterrent to keep somebody from
Oh,
stealing
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I want to first of all place it at a location where there's cameras, but also we can work with Expo Arts. A lot of them are easy interchange so that we can move them around, but I want this one to be not easy interchange, so it can't be moved around.
and can we insure them?
I would also look into that as well. It would probably be the property owners would add it to their insurance.
Hmm.
Because it's not on our property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I saw this, the first thing I thought of was if suddenly tomorrow this project was sitting in my community, I'd be thrilled it was there. Then when I saw the amount of money, I was like, okay, we got some due diligence to do. The first question I had, and maybe mitigated by the fact you've now told us it involves 4 butterflies. I guess I didn't catch.
Well, 4 sides, 2 butterflies.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. But I didn't catch that. And I thought, well, what if he did one that was bigger than all the rest? It really became the center point of the whole thing.
Stand out.
He would charge us more.
Well, not if you only did one instead of 2.
Expo Arts, we got this in their queue just in time. Trafalgar wanted a couple butterflies. I reached out if we could get them and they said not this year. So to answer your question, we could not
Okay,
get it this year.
okay. Well, that answers one question.
And it's 100,000 from us. And what's the total amount spent, or are we footing the entire?
That would be the total amount. Nobody else has the funds to make this happen. That's the situation that we're in.
Have we looked at what we expect based on other murals and how what that draw? You know, you talk about it. I mean, I'm not an art guy. Like I don't know. I put Descartes in front of the horse, but I don't know anything.
There's always.
No, please step out of the room. South again.
My point is, I wouldn't know this guy from Adam,
Yeah.
and you know, yes, there are those people that would. How many of those people are in this area? And by this area, I mean Indiana and surrounding states. Because if he's a big name guy that I'm just ignorant on, then
Yeah, that's a great question. So, Newfields, they have these great pieces of art, and that's what puts people through the door. But when they did those immersive exhibits where the art was flashing on the walls and the ceiling and the floor, I went to each one, 3 different ones, and those things are what made their money for the decade. Just something new and featuring a well-known artist. So, from my standpoint, we can't go wrong in that if he's got 1.7 million people on Instagram, he tells them, this is where my latest thing is, and it's part of 16 butterflies. If only 1% of them go, oh dang, I should have calculated the math before I started. 1.7 million, 170,000.
170,000.
17,000.
Yeah, 17,000.
17,000, okay. That'd be 17,000 visitors. If you times that by the amount that the average overnight visitor spends, we've already made up like $80,000. So and then what we also find with our like alley installations is people come, they share it to all of their followers. So, oh, I'm the first to get my picture with the Cobra butterfly, and then they have 500 people that are their friends on Facebook. And if only 10 of those come and do the same thing, it just goes on, and we don't even have to advertise it. And as we found with Visit Indiana, they put a 2-page spread of our Coochie Alley in their magazine. If we were to do
This.
project like this, they're always looking for something new. They won't do the alley again, but if we get Eduardo Cobra, that could be the cover of the guide. Can't promise it, but
Well, I know when I first saw it, I got to looking into it and researching him, and I'm like, okay, I know he's in New York and a lot of the big major cities, and I'm like, those people would go to see multiples of his work, things like that. What would bring them to Greenwood, Indiana, central Indiana? But there are a few that he's done in Minneapolis, like the Bob Dylan. He's done some in the Midwest that if somebody was just traveling around, it would be a great place to stop. There's one in Chicago, there's one down in Cincy, I think Cleveland. But other than that, majority is in New York. But I'm like, okay, so we wouldn't be the only ones in the Midwest. So it wouldn't be like somebody's making Greenwood their destination. However, maybe their destination was Chicago, but hey, we're going to drive down 2-3 hours away and we're going to get another picture with another one, kind of thing.
I also wonder if you could partner with Visit Indy in a way that they use that, because, they can draw people to Indianapolis. In general, it's going to be tough to draw people into Johnson County from very far away. We know we do, but they've got enough reason to get people to come and spend a weekend in Indianapolis. And if that was part of the perimeter, let's say, of the draw, that could be helpful.
heck, I would geo-target Newfields, and all those people that are interested in art.
Yeah.
They have their cell phones. They would be driving away and they'd be finding out about our art.
And just a little bit of pride too, Bartholomew County, especially Columbus, prides itself on being the art area. Wouldn't it be nice if we got the best piece of art in the area?
James was talking about like when we were approving a lot of smaller things, he's like, at some point we need to do like big, bold things, take that risk, do something that could result in 100,000 people. Like, our fall destinations are dropping like flies. There's been family issues that have caused like Dougherty, Jenkins and a few of the other ones to have to stop their fall activities. Appleworks hasn't opened yet this year. We need to build more things, not lose more things. We want to win this race.
Ken, is there a deadline? Do they need to know an answer soon or
I would have
We should
to
decide.
secure his time?
Yeah, we should decide. You've had time to review that today. We can have as much discussion as you want, but we should make a decision. Should not. Soft. There'll be a period of negotiation that will follow on the terms, social media and all that. So if any questions arise after this, if you want to move forward, we can still address those one by one. But I think, let's keep the discussion going, and I think we can come to a consensus, like either we're ready to get into the game and that dollar amount, or we're just not at that level yet.
Is there a way we could do it like an additional plaque, since he is such a well-known artist, kind of put there that way when people walk by it, they're not just, oh, that's, somebody down the road, that's a well-known artist, and then they're going to post it.
100%.
Will he be doing like a video tutorial or something to go with the exhibit or no?
We can certainly
I
ask.
thought I read something like that.
Isn't there a QR code?
Oh, we go click the code, the video
Yeah.
pops up of it.
Is there not like an app?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He speaks Portuguese.
okay.
That was a little bit of what took me some time to put this together.
In
I
the
see.
contract, I want you to be the dubber. So he talks and it's your voice in English.
I would defer to my former president.
Did he say how long it would take him to do something like this?
It's like 30 days in it and what it said.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
We ship those wings to him and they arrive at his studio, he'll get it done and ship it back.
So who's handling the importation into Brazil?
Expo Arts. We will.
Expo,
Yeah.
okay. Or if they've shipped there before, I know it's,
They've got stuff from China before, so they've worked internationally.
I know Brazil shipping into there, our companies had issues in the past, so it's not a easy country to
Well,
send to.
and there's a secondary complication with this one is you ship a part, you get value added, it comes back. And those are whole different sets of rules. That somebody, you just would have to talk to the exhibit house about that. Expo Arts, I mean, I get those two mixed up. Sorry.
I did think you made a great point about, how we spend, $80,000 to get views and how, 1.7 million is a lot. Potential.
Yeah, the whole reason we ended up doing the alleys with overhead stuff was all of a sudden one year, the small town of Batesville was all over everything. Every influencer was there, every social media post had their umbrella project, all those colorful umbrellas. They probably spent a good amount of money, 40,000 on those, but they probably got $1 million in publicity and visits. It just took off.
Have you?
So can we talk numbers real quick on this? So we've got what we've spent this year, which is 283 out of a 216 budget. So we carried forth basically at this point, what? Never do math in public.
About 70,000 left of what we carried, including after we pay back grant, we just did.
Yeah.
So luckily, just like we've carried grant money forward, we've also carried marketing money forward. And because we'd be getting all the impressions from the marketing, we could use our marketing carryover, which is more than enough to accommodate that if we chose to proceed with Mr. Coker.
Okay, so that I guess the one thing I don't see up there. So we've got 144. Is that after the carry forward, or is that included in there?
So we started with 144. We spent 70 of the carryover, so we've got about 70 left.
Got about 70 left.
Yeah.
So
So we'd have to come up with another 30 for marketing, which we've probably got about. I was starting to crunch the numbers. I think we've got 100,000 plus.
okay,
And we make
then-
100,000 a month.
Yeah, and you see our financial status. We've got, obviously, you'll get to that pie chart.
Yeah, I want to make sure that we've got enough to cover it without somebody coming in for another duck kind of thing, and we're
We can.
just
I
rubbing
feel
two
confident
pennies
that-
together.
That would, we've got like 5 more meetings this year. We can handle 5-6 more requests and get through the year. I don't foresee anything big coming on our horizon. We probably couldn't do anything real big, another project. Like if Greenwood wanted skating, we could say, yes, we'll do it next year. Go ahead and get the process started. We'll start paying you next year.
I mean, the one thing that I think is important is that we've invested a ton in Franklin. Obviously, Trafalgar and Edinburgh we've invested in. Greenwood's kind of not been shown love, for a lack of a better term, for the past couple of years until this year with the mural and then the butterflies. So I'm not so opposed, especially with that. I guess you brought up a good point. I mean, like that epoxy that's going over that. What does sun do to it? I'm sure that is it the same material that's on brick? Is it going to be any fading value? If there is, what does that look like? You said the insurance might be on private property. Well, let's say it gets stolen. So then does that private entity get that insurance money, or would it come back to us? Those are the questions that I'm kind of thinking about.
Yeah, we would do it in such a way that the money would be in insurance. You can't just pocket the money. You would have to use it to replace said item. So we would make sure that that was handled between the parties where it ended up.
Okay.
What was your first part of your question?
Sun fading.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's primed with automotive primer, and then it would be painted and then be covered with automotive clear coat. So picture the car being left out 24/7 for 10 years. It will still look decent,
Right.
but we could also maintain it. So after a couple of years, we could put another clear coat if we felt that clear coat was fading.
Right.
And I asked about graffiti, and they've been able to wipe it. I mean, this does a hard surface, so they're able to wipe that off. Now,
Okay.
if you get too much, they wipe it off, and then, hey, we need to take it back to the shop and put another layer of clear coat on. It's not gonna be able
Right.
to take this.
But this would be displayed in an area where somebody could possibly vandalize it, as in like key in it or
we'd like. to
Engraving
put
their
it-
initials on it somewhere or
Don't want to
something.
put it in a park, I don't think. I think we'd want to put it outside of business with cameras and a little
Mhm.
more populated area.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable just putting it in a deserted park at night or.
No,
people
right.
where-
No, for sure.
In front of the police station, maybe. Just kidding.
There is a park near there too.
Yeah.
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 Makes a great background.
So his terms mentioned that he's fine with, you know, the public taking images of it and putting it on social media and all that, but not for us to promote with it unless, I think he's wanting to negotiate something for that. That's what it looked like to me.
I don't think we can sell T-shirts with
Yeah.
that image. Yeah, it's basically it.
But maybe the social media, okay,
We can obviously promote the existence of the art
fair enough.
exhibit,
We
but
just
yeah,
can't profit.
we cannot profit further from
Okay.
it.
And we'll tighten down the specs enough that we're not gonna get handed something we gotta pay 100K for and realize we don't really like what's on there.
Oh, we approve the design.
You
Yeah,
do?
that's,
Okay.
if you read, there's like an
Okay.
ongoing process where you
Okay.
agree, work on the contract, and then workshop ideas, approve the idea, so.
My last question is, he mentioned studying the environment it's gonna go in to decide what he's gonna do.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna go ahead and select the installation points, we could send him, you know, photos of all 4 directions from that point where it sits or something.
And it would,
It's Indiana
It would-
every season.
Well, then, I'm afraid it's just gonna be corn. Whatever he, whatever he Googles about Indiana, that's what I'm worried about.
no,
Green forms.
He's really- he's really good at photorealistic images of people. So I Googled like who's famous from Greenwood. Actually, Colonel Sanders is. We can't use Colonel Sanders because,
Yeah.
but that'd be kind of cool to have like a checkerboard,
Right.
colorful thing of.
Founder of
Colonel
Doritos is a home kid.
Sanders. There's a Chicago Bears player that's average that came from that area, but so I'd want to do.
Jim Davis, he's from
Yeah.
maybe not Greenwood, but he's
Richmond.
So what I would say is if you have any suggestions of what might be cool, because like if you look at his like portfolio, he does a lot of like famous people like Einstein and
David Bowie.
yeah.
Yeah, Dylan.
We could do John Mellencamp or something like that. I mean, it's Seymour, but like, so give it some thought. Well, horse before the cart. If we decide to approve this, give some thought of like what we want, because we'd want to utilize that talent of something photorealistic and all the colorful checkers that make it up.
I'll make a motion that Joe Hubbard goes on there.
And I say James Bay.
Don Cummings?
Yeah. Okay, so if we vote to move forward with this today, we still have. I mean, for me, I'd like to see the numbers on it, but I don't want to put us behind. You know, if we do have to make movement on it, then it looks like we can start this process, and prior to actually signing the contract, we can back out. We sign the contract, we owe him 40%.
Yeah.
Something is what
Yeah.
I read. So, but we have some time now. If something comes up or we don't like what the numbers look like at the next meeting, you know, maybe we vote to push this thing forward. But let's see where we're going to squeeze everything from, and that way we can make an informed decision about the risk that we want to take as a board on other projects that we would have to forego in order to do this, or the balance thereof, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'll address that because we do have the money to pay this and any other small grants that come up the rest of the year. So that would come from marketing in the past that's been unspent. So that's not the issue. And I would say if we vote on it, we would vote to move forward unless during that process I uncover something that, you can't actually use social media, and then I would have to like report back to you. So as long as everything goes as according to this proposal, I'd want to be able to like move forward if we think it's
Well,
a good idea.
that's what I'm saying is we would vote to move forward. For me, I just kind of want to see. I want to see what everything's going to look like. I mean, it's a pretty large chunk of money. We've already overspent where we're, you know.
Yeah, and I would
we're
use
at
the
right now.
final contract on teamwork, give you a couple days to comment like, oh, please hit pause. I need to like come in and have a one-on-one meeting with you. That's totally fine. Or it all looks like it was in the proposal. I'm excited about it. So
I came in here a little bit skeptical because this is a big amount of money, but similar to what Jennifer said, your whole discussion about impressions that we pay through Hirons or whoever, that makes a lot of sense. So, but I don't really have the same concern as our almost newest member.
And then he wasn't.
Yeah. He's so flaky. No, I said, the reason I say I don't is it's like, well, a bigger project might come later, undefined, but here's a defined one right in front of us,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think we would vote to move forward with it.
Yeah.
I would just like to see, where we sit on everything prior to going, yeah, okay. I mean, that's us doing our due diligence as a board to go, okay, yeah, we've actually seen all of the numbers and we can say, yeah, okay, this is what we expect to get out of this long term. That's my only hesitancy with this is I just want to see where we sit financially with the whole picture. If we're taking money from one thing to go to another, I want to see that. I like the idea. I came here not liking the idea, and I like the idea now. But I do think we owe that, to the taxpayers to go, okay, we did take a hard look at this. Again, I think for me, I would vote to let's move this process forward, but I would like to readdress it next month and have all of that laid out. If there's nothing standing in the way, then
what would you have to see at that point that would make you say, okay, we shouldn't do this?
I would have to see that the money that we would have left over for the other stuff. I just want to see the numbers. Really, that's really my only thing. Where we sit for how much money we have in the bank now, where all of this is going to come from, down to the last dollar. Okay, we got $80,000 that's coming out of this account. We've got $20,000 that's going to come out of this account. Whatever it is, this is how we're going to pay for it. This is how much money we would have left in said account that we could do X with. If somebody else came in for another project, like you brought up ice skating, everybody seems to like ice skating. If there was something like that came in, or, we had junior rodeo or something that would come into town and they'd say, hey, we could do this here, but we're going to need this. Well, we would potentially be foregoing that. And that's my concern.
Okay.
I just want to make sure we have enough going forward that in the event something like that came up, I don't want to pass this opportunity up, but I also don't want to,
Yeah, I'd be more
responsible with the money.
I can actually address that. After we paid this bill, we would have $70,000 for either marketing or grants. So I think we're good for the rest of the year. And the skating project, we would not have to pay that this year. If Greenwood could bring it to fruition, we could have a agreement where on January 2nd, we make the first $100,000 payment towards that.
And frankly, if Greenwood finally came about an ice rink and say, hey, you had all year, but we've spent that money and you just.
Yeah, we could commit to it, go like, yes, we will award you a grant and we will make our first payment at such and such a time. So.
Ken, do you need us to make a decision tonight on this?
I'm sorry, what's the
Do
question?
you need us to make a decision tonight on this?
Yes, to move forward, to engage me that we approve the spending of that money. And then what I would do is I would present the contract once it is completed. I would also present the artwork because I would feel most comfortable if you signed off on the artwork and the contract. So you would have two checkpoints.
And that's really what I'm asking for. I want some other, this is a pretty large sum of money and it's a pretty quick flash to bang on it. Like, we just want to make sure that what we're going forward with is fiscally responsible and the right course of action. So
art is a tricky thing. I don't solely decide what this art looks like because that's dangerous. If you have at least a few people that have a passion for art that look it over and go like, I love it. I don't know. I love it.
looks like paint to me.
Yeah, guys, not like
Yeah, no, it looks, I mean, again, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not poo-pooing this idea. I like the idea. I just want to make sure that we as a board make sure that we're taking a look at of all of the variables in the equation.
I agree.
And that we are making a prudent financial decision that is not going to cost us later on.
Yeah, so we have, as you'll see on our slide, with what funding we have, I mean, this would be 1/12 of what we have in reserves. So we could actually, if we went back to the county council and said, skating's gonna happen, they want $300,000, can you give us a special appropriation? We could take that, or we could cash in our CDs and do that. So we have the capacity. It's just, we would have to go get approval to move that money one way or the other. But we actually could do any project we wanted in the next.
Is this all under the assumption of what we projected? Because as I talked to you before, if you go based on what we made last year, obviously with the new hotel, we're going to be bringing in new money or more money. So where's that money going? Like the excess?
Yeah, so we're able to do what I just said without even accounting for the fact that we're 40% up. I mean, this is just money we've had. This is
Exactly.
money that we've accumulated in our war chest to do great things. All the money, this increase that we're seeing of 30 to 40%, that's going to help us next year and going forward. And quite frankly, there's a couple more hotels coming up. We're going to be a $2 million operation here within 5 years.
Yeah, so for the financials, especially just when I looked at the numbers, I mean, I think that we're probably projected anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 more than we brought in last year. Now, where that money goes, but again, that's still $250,000 that we're bringing in more than last year. So I think that's worth taking into weight too.
Yeah, and just from my standpoint, you know, we've referred to some of the businesses that have closed. I think if we the foot on the gas, that's what's keeping us ahead of our competitive set. If we feel like, oh, we have to pause and not do anything, that allows people to like catch up. I think we just keep doing great projects. That skating, if they're ready for it. That's
Ken, do you have an idea on the shipping costs? Have you looked into that? Because that's on top, the 100K, right?
Yeah.
So we have to cover that as well. So we'd be approving both the 100K and
Right.
whatever's on top of it.
And I intend to negotiate with him and see if I can't get his figure down slightly.
That was going to be my question.
Researched and
Yeah.
It's acceptable in situations like this to negotiate, so there's nothing missed by engaging in that negotiation and seeing if we can mitigate some of that cost.
And
What do we expect the total amount to be then? If we're gonna vote on that, where do you see with shipping? I mean, shipping could be
the shipping,
another 20 grand, you know.
the creating cost.
But yeah, after creating
Plus
and
insurance.
I mean, yeah, plus insurance and all of that.
And
So if we're gonna vote on it, I think we need to vote for what we see as a total.
the exhibit people will certainly already have a handle on proper creating and those expenses, so you can check with them on that. I would be open,
But I mean, do we want to say 150,000 is what I'm getting
Yes,
at?
I would put a cap at that, and I imagine we can get it to come in, as we always do, at the lowest possible. I would think hoping for like 110, maybe 120.
Yeah.
How about,
It depends, I mean,
I'll do chat.
how about say that Mayor Greenwood, do they know that this possibly could be coming to them and this is a big deal? Like, are they all for it? They're excited about it?
They're supportive of just the project as it is, because they've really leaned heavily into art. They've been painting the boxes and they put up that Welcome to Greenwood postcard mural. This just came in shortly before I shared it with you.
and I meant to ask you, have you talked to the project folks about it, Old Town or the?
Old Town has stepped completely away. Megan does not even want to be part of the meeting. She's entrusted myself and Amy to project lead it.
Okay, so have you talked to her about it?
We're meeting on Friday. She knows that I've been approaching Cobra and RC.
Okay,
We're gonna meet on Friday to select and come up with our comprehensive plans. We've got 2 hours carved out to
great.
hash that out.
I think this is a great idea, and I'm not trying to poo-poo on it at all. But that's a lot of money with less than 10 hours of notice, really research into it. That's my given.
yeah, and that's also part of why I'm saying, hey, you know, again, I don't want to miss the boat on it. I think, you know, as I as you pointed out, I think we should focus on bigger things that are going to draw more people in. Again, I just want to make sure it's the right thing. To
Why
your
can't
point,
we,
yeah.
why can't we pass a resolution that has a couple contingencies
Yeah.
on it?
And that's what I'm getting at. That's what I was,
If you can think about how to word them.
uh,
I would say approve up to $150,000 for the art and the shipping, pending review of the contract and the
Artwork.
artwork.
yeah.
That'll be two places where you put the brakes on it.
Cause because.
Would it need to be in a majority? In terms of the contract and the art, or would it just be a review? I would
That would
like,
just be a review, but I can assure you that if
right,
we're not moving forward until we address concerns that you have, we want you to feel comfortable
Mhm.
with it. So if
Well, if he produces all the art and we find out all these shipping costs and everything, and then we decide not to do it, I'm sure we're gonna be out some money on that, right?
40%
not, we
No.
wouldn't sign the contract until
until that is
Yeah.
finalized.
He gives a sketch
Yeah,
of this is what I'm going to do for us to, prior to us signing the
Yeah,
contract.
that's what I was wondering is,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna charge us to do a sketch before.
Yeah.
no, I would just let him know that we're got it. Let's do a sketch and
And is there a certain amount of sketches that he'll do? For example, if he comes back with one and no one's on board, we're
Well,
like,
he'll
oh
have to
no,
do 4,
you
right?
gotta do that again.
Or will he just do 1 as a
do 4.
reference? Yeah, he'll do 4 of them.
But I mean, if we don't approve, say we don't like any of them, how many times will he go back and make adjustments?
With
That
his-
would be something.
I don't know.
With-
But
With his normal way that he paints, I bet you he does like one design. And then it looks as if you had cut that out of the wall in the butterflies, like this one picture that's spread across
Mhm.
4.
yes,
Because that'll make it larger, be more obvious what things are.
Mhm.
They'll probably do that.
Yeah.
And what were his contingencies? Just that you cannot make money off of it? Was that the only thing that he really,
yeah.
I guess, do we have any further discussion?
Well, I have a Chat GPT estimate on shipping to Brazil and back of $3,000 each way. I guessed about 200 pounds on the package.
Yeah.
Then it's
Probably less than that, but yeah.
plus import duties and taxes, which that can vary. Get some
Depending on the
expert
weight.
to help
But
us
he's
with
had
that.
those shipped from there all
Custom.
top
Well-
places around the world, so I'm sure they are very knowledgeable on
Yeah,
all of that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure they are too. And you won't pay the full amount when it's just going over for added value and coming back.
Yeah.
You may not pay anything for it going in that case, maybe just coming back out.
I may just rent an RV and.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Probably
That whole thing called the Darien Gap that you have to get across, and I don't know that would be,
Yeah, there's some areas you don't want to be
Yeah,
driving
some
through.
areas-
James brings James with me. I wouldn't feel.
Right.
yeah. It's been 3 weeks since I get.
Just,
All right, so how about this? I will make a motion then, and my motion is that we approve this going forward contingent upon the contract, the design, and anything else. Shipping costs,
so we find we don't have enough.
financials.
Yeah, nothing is.
So
Do I have a second?
Up to 150,000.
up to 150,000.
Right. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right. Looks like we have ourselves a muralist. That's
Right
awesome.
here.
that's a big challenge.
Wow.
It hard to swallow. A little bit.
Broke me off.
No, I mean, I appreciate the time, especially trying to get a hold of him or multiple artists. We talk about doing big things that are different, things that are unique. And it seems like Johnson County is becoming more and more of that. So I appreciate the work.
And we're about out of towns to put seed money towards amphitheaters on, so.
Exactly. Right.
Edinburgh kicked it back, right?
Yeah, and I like that Greenwood,
What?
yeah, it's next year.
Oh, I thought you meant kick the money back.
No.
Oh,
Greenwood provides the most hotel revenue, so I feel really good in that we can contribute to them. So
Yeah. Awesome. Do we want to do a check?
no.
So you'll come back with some of the numbers and all next meeting?
No, I'll do it on teamwork every step of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you don't respond, I'll take that as you're fine with it. I'll give you a couple days, look it over. Any comments, I'll address them. If you are silent, we'll just move forward. So be diligent and let's make this the best that we can make it.
Remind me, how much is in your discretionary fund, or is it by item? I can't-
I've only spent a couple thousand in that.
But how much is in there?
25.
25,000?
Yeah.
So if we were really in a pinch, there's that too.
Yeah.
There's our shipping.
There's your shipping.
Or the RV rental, whichever route we go.
Whatever's cheaper.
With the extraction force to go get in.
All right.
Yep.
Any other new business items?
No, that's all.
All right, moving on to the treasurer's report.
Okay, maybe you should have read this before we just had that discussion.
Yeah.
Considering what the numbers are, so. Okay, for the tax period, May, paid June, the Johnson County Treasurer's Office collected $131,539.42, which is up from $93,835.38 for the same month in 2025. This is $13,345.39 more than our best month on record, which was last month. Our collections are up 40% for the month for the second straight month and nearly 30% year over year. At the end of May, the CVT's checkbook balance was $599,528.41. Expenses presented in the month of June total $62,679.18. In June, there were 9 deposits totaling $572.49, and there was $4.07 paid in interest. At the end of June, the CVT's checkbook balance was $422,124.28. Expenses presented in the month of July total $140,982.73. These details have been shared on Teamwork for review. Claims are scheduled to be paid following tonight's board meeting.
All right, thank you. Legal report, I'm assuming Mr. Young is.
Mr. Young has requested the evening off, but he has filled me in on what I need to report out to you. So as some of you were not here when I talked before the meeting, but state legislators said that the new law that gives Franklin an appointee takes effect July 1st. So that's when James should be appointed. However, state law also says you can only appoint these terms on January 1st. So it's conflicting. So our attorney and the county attorney got together, and the best they could determine was that James will actually remain a county appointee through December 31st. Then on January 1st, he will become the mayor's appointee.
You like the ugly duckling over there?
I know it'll be during the holidays, but can you do a TikTok that day when the transition? Yeah, the severance thing, you know, in the elevator.
Yeah, also to add on to that, did the commissioners say anything about wanting to replace James and plus another one to make it an odd?
No, they're going to keep it a 9-member board. They're sacrificing one of their seats.
Okay.
The only step they have to take between now and then is redo the ordinance that states exactly what I just told you. So they've got time. They've got 5 months now to make that happen.
Okay.
Oh, also, there's 9 tickets to the Bond Journeyed show this Saturday at Mallarun. So I'm going to send those down if anybody wants them.
So Bon Jovi band or something?
Bon Jovi Journey band, I would guess by the name.
Okay, back to the legal thing.
What?
We had heard like the first 2 times it came up in here that now the mayor of the second largest city got an appointment.
Well, that is right.
But then later, somewhere in the minutes or somewhere, it's been that the mayor of each city gets an appointment. Now in our county, it's the same thing.
If Trafalgar and Edinburgh and Whiteland and New Whiteland chose to become cities, there would be 4 new members of our board.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the answer.
that's the answer. Okay.
They don't have.
You taking any?
Yeah, they
I'll take my
can't choose yet. There'll come a time they could choose.
Yes.
But not now.
All right, Mr. President.
All right, I guess the only thing that I have to report is that Went out to Trafalgar for their 250th parade, saw the amphitheater. I believe Philharmonic was that the first concert there?
Yeah.
First concert there. I mean, it's really shaping up. If you guys haven't been out there, I would definitely recommend. I just got a text from Brian Gregg
So
today.
did I. The concrete pad in front for dancing.
Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, he's super appreciative. He's excited, ready to go. I know programming's already on its way, so that's just good to see. I know that's really revitalizing that community. So, that's pretty much the only thing I have. So I guess on to the.
I have one more thing for Jason. Jason went to the Arc, the new sports complex in Greenwood, followed by myself, Felicia, and Visit Indiana a week later. So us three, our purpose was to let Johnny, the owner, know what we can do for him, link him up with grants, promotions, and things like that from the state, and then whatever we do on a daily basis for him. So
yeah, and I guess on top of that, I wanted to know what his vision was. So he has 8 full basketball courts.
Is that a business or a nonprofit?
It's not a nonprofit.
Business,
It's a business. So it's 7 full basketball courts. There is an upstairs where there's baseball training and weightlifting training. But he said anywhere from adult basketball tournaments that are nationwide, region-wide, youth tournaments. But when I posted that on Facebook, I had a contact who does wrestling tournaments, and he already reached out, and they met today at 4:00. So I think that tourism is going to flock to, especially, I mean, that's pretty much the only area around Johnson County that can house that many teams, especially in the winter months when everybody is looking for that revenue.
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Is that about the same size as the Greenwood Christian Church? Jim?
Oh, no, it's.
bigger.
It's
It's
massive.
huge.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, it's
gonna be
golly,
awesome.
I would almost say that it's maybe 3/4 Nexus, maybe. I mean, I don't know how much square footage, but I mean, it's pretty big. It's huge. So
And why grant, why
We have
grant
a lot of
available to them?
out of the area.
The state provides grants to encourage sports tourism.
Oh,
So if he was bidding against some other destination to bring a tournament in, they would give him money to make sure that came here. So
got it.
Johnny was very appreciative that we linked him up with the state. So
Good job.
Where's it at?
it's right off of Stones Crossing in 135.
So the barn at the Bay Horse.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay.
yeah. Can't miss it. It's huge.
all right.
Yeah, on to Ken.
So I think I didn't have a chance to check, but I think this is a record number of users to our website in 1 month. 56,000. Again, they're looking to us for events primarily.
How did the Renaissance Fair do comparatively to last year? Do we have those numbers?
I have not recorded.
Yes, it's.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Read it.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
strong. That's pretty strong. 6,400 people. Yeah.
Are they coming back?
I have not reached out to them yet. It's been a hectic couple of weeks, but I will add that to my. I think, no, they are coming back. They are coming back because we offered to put them in the festival guide next year and they're taking us up on it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What was that versus last year?
I think there was 5.
Okay.
Was there 5,000 last year? I can't remember. Yeah.
And it was just one day then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or one weekend.
Yep.
So,
Horrible day too, it was so hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So what I'll do is, Shelby's there lurking in the background. You cannot see her, but we'll have her put together some comparisons between the 2 years.
Thank you, Shelby.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. There's our hotel and Airbnb performance, actually just hotel performance against our competitive set. We continue to lead, having a great year. Not only is that up, but also the average daily rate and the revenue. And that's what I alluded to. That's our financial picture, which remains very strong. We've more than doubled what we have there in reserves in the last 6 years while still doing these big projects like Trafalgar and all that we've done. So continue to be able to act when some opportunity comes up because we have those reserves.
One of the things I kind of liked when you mentioned you could, if the ice skating thing, for example, you could always go to the county and ask for a special thing. I wouldn't want you having to go and ask them for this thing we approved today.
I'd rather ask for
'Cause
skating.
Then they'd want to get their opinions involved.
Yeah, I don't want you to have to do that period because I have a feeling I know you'd get a shotgun blast to the face.
Yeah.
That's part of why I'm reticent to.
Art's a different sell, but millions of people have gone to see this or Banksy. Like, I can't explain it, but
Yeah.
people travel to what they're passionate about.
Plus, I'm intrigued by the fact you implied we might even profit from it someday.
Well, yeah, you would eventually when you take it down, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, you could sell a piece of Cobra art, 100%.
And with Bucky's coming to town and things like that, it would be very easy for somebody to make that little jaunt downtown, things of that nature. So,
Yeah, especially if people come for Bucky's. I mean, the statue will be there first, but then
Could you
Bucky's.
do a Bucky's themed?
That's actually a great idea. A beaver with like the, you know?
Right. And
See, I told you art was subjective.
That's not,
No.
that's piece of art.
I think at some point you're gonna have to partner with Greenwood and ask like where to put this that will keep people from, because once people know who it is and they can do a value of that, people will want to take it.
Yeah. We're not, in any of our posts, we're not going to say that this is, we paid X for it. We're just going to go like, a well-known artist, like, come see this. Like, we're not going to do anything that would give that idea to people, but
and
they don't need our help.
Bad idea to put it in front of the police station. I mean, if you're gonna put it someplace, City Hall.
Right.
The fire
at the
station there.
entrance of Camp Atterbury.
No, because those guys aren't paying attention.
I would probably want to say one of the fire stations that's constantly manned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like there's somebody always there.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's got cameras already.
One on Main Street downtown.
Yeah, that's the one I was
By the
thinking
police
of.
station.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right there by Miss Earl's right there. That
yeah.
I mean,
Something where
too,
it's
yeah.
you can see it as you're driving by, but
And
you
it's
can
not
see
gonna
it while it's
hinder,
driving by.
you're not gonna have crowds of people in front of fire trucks trying to get out either.
Yeah, we'd have to, it's work ahead of me, but we're going to do something smart. I
Right.
need a little more time.
Yeah.
Just electrify it.
Yeah, exactly.
Spotlights.
All right, I wanted to give you these reminders. I know Jason wasn't here last month. The fall party, the date has changed. So
Okay.
everybody please note that that's September 22nd now. I believe it's moved to a Tuesday.
What
Yeah.
was the date?
It was a Monday, the 28th. Yeah.
Okay.
Was that a Mallow?
We changed
Yeah.
this last.
Yeah, Mallow.
yeah, that's what.
Also, we have two other volunteer opportunities. I know a few of you board members were interested in that. So Johnson County Recycling District is doing kind of their own day of caring. It's called Bloom Johnson County, where you pick up trash and beautify an area. We're going to do around our visitor center. So if anybody wants to participate, please send a message on Teamwork or email Felicia. So that's August 14th, and then we're doing Day of Caring again on September 15th. So if you're available, again, Teamwork message or let Felicia know.
Felicia, put both of them on my calendar. Unless something
Right on.
unique comes up, I'll be there.
And Felicia, will you send us out RSVPs or like you
Yeah, just go
do
to
email?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There, what?
yeah.
All three of those dates. Anybody.
Get to sign it.
Yeah.
Probably my calendar's empty. I've added it on.
That's the name.
And those dates, I'm like, I'm gonna get it locked in there.
Sorry, we're on live stream.
That was good.
All right, that's all I have. Any questions for me?
All right. I'm assuming that there is no public comments. So do I have a motion to adjourn? All right.
Second.
Have a great July.